All right. We're here with Julie Chestnut. We thought it'd be interesting to get a spouse's perspective on what it's like to be partnered with a FedEx contractor. Julie, I appreciate you sitting down with me.
Hi, thanks, Ryan.
Julie, you are married to John Chestnut. And how long has John been with FedEx as a contractor?
Since 2016, so 7 years.
Okay. And how long have the two of you been together?
We've been married 10 years this year.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
A decade. Okay, so tell us about a day in the life. What is it like being with a FedEx contractor?
So each day is different. We never know what to expect, really. So I would say things are better now maybe than at the beginning. There's a little bit better of a process, probably a better team in place to handle emergencies and things that come up in the day-to-day. But it seems like there's just always... how do I want to say this? There's always a chance that John's going to get called away for a broken down truck or for an accident or just something crazy. There's sometimes the drivers, they come out, they've done something and you're like, are people doing this at work? Yes, they are. And so just trying to work through all that and navigate and hold down the home front and build a family, it's sometimes challenging.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a common theme with entrepreneurs in general that you're, to one degree or another, you're always working, or at least you're always available for the staff. So can you give us an example? Was there ever a time where you were like out to dinner or something and John had to...
I mean, we would go out on date night and he gets a call and it's like, okay, well, I guess we're going to go see Jeff now. Like, someone had an accident. We got to go check it out, kind of see what's going on. So just being flexible that way. I think I'm pretty easygoing. I'm a middle kid. So just being able to just be flexible, I think, is the biggest thing.
You made it sound like John is gone a lot. Obviously he works probably long hours and he's very involved. And you had mentioned holding things down on the home front. So what does that mean for you?
Yeah, so we have 3 boys now. So I ended up working until just before the second was born, which is around the same time that FedEx went 7 days a week. So just with the schedule and the craziness and daycare and sick kids, we decided it's best if I come home, kind of handle things. The kids always have somebody there. So we kind of do our life, and John's in and out of the house. His home office is there. There is some nice times where he can grab one of the older boys and take them out, if there's a flat tire or something. So I kind of enjoy that they get to see his work and be a part of it at times. And then, we kind of just try to plan our days, and then when he's there, great. If he gets called away, then we'll see him when he gets back and kind of go that way.
Tell us about when John first got started as a contractor compared to where you're at today. What was one of those times, more intense when it comes to John's involvement with the business? Like, was it more intense at the beginning versus now? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so at the beginning, it was definitely just the growing pains, I guess, of he'd been a business contact for a while, was very good at that, ran the day-to-day operation well. Just taking over and being the owner of that, figuring out the taxes, the payroll, the hiring, all of that kind of just brought new challenges, I think. And then when COVID hit and the FedEx volume just skyrocketed, that year I don't remember seeing him that much. It was crazy. He was in a truck a lot, just lots of different things happening all the time, trying to bring in people, trying to deal with sanitizing everything and having drivers wear masks and those challenges. Since then, it's gotten a little better as the volume has kind of normalized a little bit more. And so I'd say there's been more challenging times, but you can kind of expect that pretty much off and on throughout the year.
Julie, what advice would you give to a spouse whose partner is getting into becoming a FedEx contractor?
I would say to keep your expectations open and to know that You have to be flexible. You have to be willing to put the business sometimes above the family, which is hard, which is, I think, maybe the opposite of what you would want. But you also have your life set up that way, right? So you have to. So, and just to maybe find people that you can have a community with that can be there for you.
So Julie, I've heard people say in the past, obviously you want to work to live, not live to work. But a lot of people view entrepreneurship, including being a FedEx contractor, but just entrepreneurship in general, really as a way to get more freedom. That's something that Kevin O'Leary talked about in his talk last night here at the expo. Do you feel like in the long run, choosing entrepreneurship is a path to freedom? And are there any other benefits that you feel like affords a family?
I think the biggest thing would be flexibility and finding the opportunities and creating them where you can. So say if John's schedule is clear that day, we go do something as a family, or he's working out. We have some acreage now, so he's working out in the field, so the kids go out and do that with him. So just finding those opportunities where you can versus scheduling them, which I think too is big with just being flexible and kind of realizing that it might not look the way you want it to, but it can be nice in ways that a normal job can't afford you, I guess.
Julie, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ryan. Thanks for having me.